Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Darren Brazil. You don't usually hear me on these things, but I'm here with people you do hear often. Mitch Dyer.
What's up, Darren?
Brian Altano.
What's up?
And Michael Oransky.
Hey.
Here at IGN. So we're checking out the brand new Ninja Turtles trailer. This is the third trailer that's come out. And a lot of stuff here. Let's just jump right into it.
Yes.
So 21 seconds in, right here, bam.
Weapons.
These are weapons. We love
Yeah.
the weapons, right? And this is Raph's eye.
Yeah, give me a
And
fun fact about this.
fun fact, I actually talked to IGN GM Per Schneider, who is fluent in Japanese. This is kanji. And let me pull up my notes here real quick. But this says, it's a Japanese Buddhist saying on Raph's eye that says, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without.
Well, it's just like Raph would say.
That's
Right.
something, yeah. That's right up Raph's alley,
It
right?
also says
Right.
if you wrap your weapons in duct tape and coaxial cables, they look stupid.
Hopefully it's copper wire.
Yes.
But yeah, no, so really interesting. I just thought it's kind of cool. Actually, if you watch later on in the trailer too, like a lot of the turtles have kanji and different things written on them. So I couldn't break down every
Get it,
single
Darren?
one, but
Ninja.
I know they are ninjas. So just in case you forgot, they're ninjas. Another funny thing that happens here, they use their weapons, they fight, and
Talk
then
about this scene for a minute.
Oh my God!
Can we watch that 12 more times,
yeah,
please?
absolutely.
the most
so,
violent
is that Leo?
turtles
That
ever.
looks like Leo, right? He's got the two blades coming down.
Just
when you reverse it, it looks like he saved him.
Yeah. He's okay.
I got you, bro.
Hold on, bring it back a little bit, because there's this woman that's not her.
Not her.
By the way.
Right
This
there.
woman, what is she doing? What's she looking at?
I have no idea.
Well, she's looking. She's probably like, this is a typical day on the subway. In New York. Before this, there's this Asian woman with purple hair. And
Earlier.
Do we know who she is?
Even earlier?
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
See her for like half a second. There she
Oh,
is.
shooting. Nice call.
Yeah, look at that.
Who are you?
So-
She's got a gun, which is like, I don't think it's justifiable to start throwing people through trains, but if they start firing off guns, like, all right, that's it.
So, Brian,
Yep.
you spoiled my point that I was going to get to a minute
Oh,
down the road
really?
here. Are you ready for this one?
Yes, sure.
But I didn't even notice her, but it's her because I saw her in IMDb. So, Karai
Yes.
is casted in this movie. A woman playing Karai.
Objectively, the best TMNT villain of all time.
Absolutely.
Really?
And the actress's name, I believe this is her. This is Mine Noji. And so, yeah, Karai's in this movie. I don't know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Do you think she has almost like a scarecrow role in like Dark Knight, where she's only in it for a little bit and then it moves on to the real villains? Because obviously she's gonna make room for Shredder. Like, I don't know if she's
Of
connected
course.
to all of
Yeah.
that.
Well, and,
Yeah.
I'm sure this movie will end with them taking down Shredder and Karai picking up the mantle and going ham on New York City.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Right.
good point. That's a good point. So
We'll
good
see.
eyes, man. I didn't even see that. That's like 2 frames.
Yeah.
Now we get to watch this fool get thrown through a train.
Yeah, bam, one more time. Oh. I love it. I think that's hilarious. Moving forward here, though, right? So we see, obviously, April O'Neil chases the turtles. We see them up there high-fiving.
What was that, like, electrified high five?
So, no, that's her taking a photo. And they
Yeah,
caught
that's
the
right.
flash,
They
and they go,
caught her.
oh, we got caught, right?
Oh, they were stunned. I thought she got, like, a sweet 3D photo or something.
I thought,
Yeah.
She's got her classic leather gear, the yellow gear on, which for years I've pondered if that's really the best situation for an undercover news reporter
Sure.
to be dressed up in something that makes you look like the Gordon Fisher.
I think this is also August in New York. I think it's, a good 95 degrees.
Yeah, it's
like
hot as hell.
85% humidity.
She's wearing those autumn colors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally being camouflaged. You can't
This
never
this
catch
part I
her.
thought's cool, right? Like they catch her, they see her there, so they whip out their Mikey has the nunchucks in this movie that extend out, right? Like he
Yep.
has in the cartoons
Yep,
now.
yep.
Catch her, they pull her back in. Thought it was kind of funny. Kind of reminded me of when a certain Shredder from a 1990 movie got
Yeah.
flung off of the side of a building
Yeah.
by Splinter, right?
Grabbed onto Splinter's cane.
Yeah, a little homage there I thought was pretty cool. So, she catches him, they have that little interaction, which honestly, this is kind of creepy. They kind of like gang up on her.
Right,
and
it's,
tell her,
like, it's a little predatory, right?
Totally.
Find
Yeah,
you.
but they address it. And hold on, I want to point something out there too. She does a really weird look with her eyes, which is, I think she's asking the question that we've all been wondering for years, which is, what is going on down there, Ninja Turtles? Look at that. That's just me.
Yep.
She's like, now hold on,
what's
wait a
on there?
minute. Oh, you don't? Okay, cool. Keep it moving.
keep going. You have to ask the question: is this how you would react if you saw 4 giant
Yeah.
turtles?
Well, this is kind of cool though, because he's like,
They're
he
full
kind of
junk on him.
he hits right on the head to how creepy they were being, but it brings in the tongue-in-cheekness of these characters, which I do like. Obviously, you see all the articles of flair that all these guys are wearing this time around. People are mad at this. I'm not. These are monsters that live in the sewer.
Yep.
So, like, there's worse things they could have on their bodies than, like,
No,
shells
they are
and
literally giant children anthropomorphic turtle monsters
Yeah.
who live underground.
Yeah,
I'd be
exactly.
more freaked out by
It's fine
anybody.
that he wears a hoodie.
I'd be more freaked out by anybody in 2014 who's still wearing like puka shells and
Yeah.
shell chain necklaces anyway. So that would freak me out. But yeah, I like it too. I love that it gives
no
each
problem with it,
it gives each turtle a lot more character, level personality.
I feel like in one of the first, was it the first Turtle movie where April O'Neil passed out when
yes.
she met them?
Yeah, we
yeah,
just
yeah.
met them
Cool
too.
little
Yeah,
throwback
a
there.
lot of little homages. I love these little things too, right? That like Leo doesn't have much on him except for his ninja armor, but he has the NYC pin,
Yeah.
right? Like these guys have always been, and Altana, you can speak from this being a New Yorker yourself, right? Like big to being New Yorkers and like loving the city that they protect.
Yeah.
Right?
Except
So-
for Michelangelo's the only one that's just like he's stunning like he's from California the whole time. It's like, come on, dude, you're not on Venice Beach.
Yeah.
Although we don't know anything about this setting here, unless this is is it Central Park in the winter?
I have no idea. Yeah, how did they end up on a mountain?
Yeah, it
covered
looks
in
like
snow?
They got captured.
China.
Don't they get
That's
captured?
part of the adventure,
yeah,
you
come on.
guys.
So here's another awesome point, right? So this whole time, IMDb listed William
Fichtner.
Fichtner here as Shredder.
Yeah,
And he's even said in interviews, I'm like a new version of Shredder. I'm like a westernized version of Shredder, right? Now in this trailer, he's talking to a scarred up man. You can hardly tell. He's very, in the shadows. And he says, I've upgraded your armor. The Shredder armor. So
You think this is a Oroku Saki?
I think it's a Roku.
You think this is like legit the Shredder?
William Fichtner, to bring it back to Batman, and he was in Dark Knight. He might sort of play like a Morgan Freeman role in this movie.
right?
I upgraded
Oh.
the Shredder tech.
Yeah,
Yep.
except for the bad guys.
So let me
Yeah, totally.
It doesn't come in black because that would look real.
let me
dumb.
throw out a crazier one here. Ready?
Yeah, hit me.
If you're gonna cast an alien in a movie, would it not be this man right here? Bam, Crane.
What?
Do you think there's no
That's
aliens
Crane?
in this movie? Crane.
Oh my
my
god.
No?
That's a stretch.
Because now think about it. The Crane. What did they do? Right? They took all the foot ninjas and they turned them into foot soldiers.
Yeah,
they upgraded them. Right? So here, this guy is upgrading with tech.
Mm.
Right? Like, could it be alien Crane tech that he helps upgrade this thing with? I don't know.
Crane
I'm
industry?
just saying. This is me.
I'm gonna put it this way, Darren. I don't think the world is ready for Krang just yet.
Yeah.
I think Krang's gonna
It's
be
inside his belly.
He's gonna be like the Thanos of this universe, where
You'll
you don't
just-
see him
yep.
right off the bat, but he's up in there after a couple of movies.
No, William Fichtner's going to open his jacket, and it's going to be like a
Quado?
Total Recall situation where it's just a Krang like hanging
And
out.
Oh, a little baby man inside of
And the
his
other thing
head.
too is the monitor we're looking on now actually has a lot less contrast, so I can see his face a lot better than the one I was using earlier. But I can't even tell. Like, I don't know if this guy looks like he's from Japanese descent or not. Anyways,
yeah, no
so
idea.
very
I could say-
difficult.
I'm gonna say you're gonna back you up on that one.
This could just be like a foot guy.
Yeah, but he is taller and he matches the height at least
I think
here.
that
Yeah.
guy's way too
William
menacing.
I want to see
Fichtner-
that armor because they had like a
Oh,
panning
oh,
shot
oh,
for
don't worry,
Shredder's
we're gonna
arm.
get to it. Watch, there's a huge, beautiful
Okay.
shot here of this. Boom.
It looks awesome.
Oh wait, I got some mo. Boom.
Nice.
God, he looks rad.
I really like the Splinter's size in this. Actually,
like
I think it's
yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
that they got more of like a Yoda aspect to him, where he's a little bit tinier guy.
Yeah,
compared to this monster.
the gold touches on Shredder's suits are fantastic.
Yeah,
by the
really
way,
makes it pop.
they really went throwback with the samurai stuff here, and I felt like Shredder from the cartoon and from the comic books. It was always just sort of like. It was getting there, right? But here, like, he had like this purple cape and like a couple of blades on top, and then they went into the sort of like Shredder was made from garbage parts, like in Ninja Turtles 2, the movie.
The Super
like they,
Shredder?
they
Super
they
Shredder,
pulled
yeah,
him
yeah.
out of a garbage can, and they in a scrapyard they built this suit. And this looks like it came from a museum, which I love, and it's obviously been modified with about 15 more swords on each hand than anyone would
yeah.
ever need.
Yeah.
He's
a lot-
Full Edward
Swiss Army
Scissorhands.
A lot of
samurai
people have
swords.
complained on the internet. Yeah, there's too many blades, right? Too much stuff going on.
Well,
But
how is that a
He's
complaint
Shredder.
you leverage
Yeah.
against the Shredder?
Yeah, yeah.
He's got too many blades.
good
Yeah, I
point.
think it's
But,
fine.
but
Back up
there's,
the- really
there's an
back to the
interesting
name.
line later on that Will Arnett says later in the trailer, and he talks about the fact that, this is 4 ninjas fighting a robot samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes me sit there and go, well, is there actually somebody in there, or is this more of an Iron Man thing where, like, the suit's upgrade, he's wearing a robotic suit?
It's Michael Bay, so it's probably a transfer.
Darren, that's also the line you throw at people who think that this movie looks dumb and not good enough to be a Turtles movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of things there with Shredder. You see him throw
Oh my god,
blades.
I love slow motion so
Super
much,
cool.
you guys.
So there's this part 2, right? So
Yeah.
this
What's
is
what's
this,
going on here?
This to
These
me,
guys
I
are-
think, is an homage back to the 1990 movie, right? Where you always find where the 3 turtles get in trouble without Raph.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And Raph always somehow gets separated from. So Donnie, Mike, and Leo here all get caught by the foot. It looks like.
Yeah.
And Raph on his own again.
Yeah,
in this
he always
movie.
well, because here's what's going to happen in this movie. Raph is going to have some sort of verbal disagreement with his friends here.
No.
And so here he
He's
is.
gonna,
What?
He's going to brood,
Yeah,
and he's going to
ostracized.
storm off somewhere to some rooftop to think about
watch a movie.
And then
things.
his
Yeah.
buddies are going to...
He's also going to practice his karate while he's up there
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
right?
And here, obviously, he comes home and he finds Splinter, who this is just like... Splinter looks a little too real here.
Yeah.
This is gross. It's actually gross. Like, and I actually really feel bad. I really feel bad. It looks like a real wet.
I'm not gonna lie, that is like the CG is sometimes quite questionable in this movie, and sometimes it's not. At least from the trailer, I can tell. This looks like it's a puppet. Like this is legit.
I think
like,
that this trailer makes the CG look about 10 times better than all the teaser shots we saw to begin with.
Yeah.
I think this movie looks fantastic visually.
Totally.
You know.
Mm-hmm. It's gotten better. It's definitely gotten better. But yeah, here it is again. Raph on his own again, right? Like kind of outstid, and so it's interesting that they're just following the same kind of like thematic lines from the old one. That
Is he
was
seriously
awesome.
blocking all those
I
bullets?
love
Yep.
that. That
I
is
love you,
amazing,
Donnie.
right? I love the upgrades to all their weapons, right? They're not keeping
Yeah.
traditional. Like Donnie, you'll see like this thing actually hits a button and it shoots out, becomes longer. And, like,
I really dig Donatel's like Ghostbuster style giant backpack setup in the back also now
Yep.
too. I think
You
it's
know
really
what?
rad.
Like, the same thing. Like I came around to it. I wasn't digging it at first. I was like, oh, he does science
Get
stuff.
it? He's
Yeah.
the tech
It's glued
guy.
all the way back. I do love that they brought skateboarding back for this.
Oh, yeah.
because that was This is just
And
nuts.
this brings dubstep.
So
Hold on, can we see the background there? Like, yeah, this does not look like New York City at all.
No, is it
Nope.
the Appalachians? I mean,
Yeah.
what over there in the East Coast? I mean, we're in the West Coast. Brian, you tell me what over there represents this type of
I
topography.
mean, there's some mountains like this in New Jersey. I don't know if they went over the GW Bridge.
Covered in
They're just hanging
snow.
out in like High Point State Park, New Jersey for the day. But
Brian, you talked about the skateboard though. I mean, look at the skateboard. This is pretty cool, right? Because I remember when I had all the toys, they made
Yeah.
a big deal about like, oh yeah, they got like these like skateboards and like things that have fans on them and like jetpacks and things
Yeah,
like that that
yeah,
are like
yeah.
super cool, and like Donnie like fixed up all these things to do that. It looks like the same thing's happening. In
No,
the
you're
movie.
totally right. Like they went away from just the clean cut, like here's a dude on a skateboard thing, and they made everything sort of look like these contraptions.
Look, they got little
Yeah.
jets taking off.
Like they
from
were
them.
Don
made
Tellman.
by-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite direction they went with Shredder's suit, which is why I really like it.
Which is also pretty cool too
It
because
kind of looks like Shredder's, like a skull. Or
I thought
something
that looked like
underneath.
Fox, the racing brand. I don't know. I was like, oh, great. We got a nice
okay.
little product placement in there. But no, what's cool is there also were leaked images a long time ago, maybe almost a year ago or half a year ago, of the Turtle Van
Yeah.
or the Shell Razor, whatever they call it
Yeah.
now. And, you know, I think that's pretty cool because, like, we haven't seen it yet in a trailer, but when you see things like this and the tech they're using, you go, they obviously could have some type of transportation that's souped up, that has
Right.
stuff
And
to it.
So my whole thing is, as long as it doesn't say their brand name along the side of it,
Yeah.
they might be
Yeah.
able to hide out a little better.
So I hate to break
Go
to you.
back and watch
It's
him
like,
drop.
Raphael, were you seen? Yeah, you put our name on a blimp.
I love that he drop kicked that dude out of his Hummer.
Yeah.
By the
Yes.
way.
Here's another
Oh,
good
man.
shot.
I totally dig this. So yeah,
really close up of his mask here, right? Check this out. Boom.
He does look like a robot, though, if you look at his
Right? His
face.
eyes,
Yeah.
too, the glowing eyes.
Definitely
kind of
the Transformer design a little bit. Definitely gets
super,
some influence there.
right? With the
And
mouth.
you can
and
see
the
it
teeth.
right here when he starts walking forward. Like, it does look like robot feet.
Yeah.
Could
Although-
be very much like an Iron Man suit.
I can back up on the suit idea. I think
Lots
that's,
of dudes just getting straight up tossed into stuff here.
I love it.
So that's the part where I was talking about where Donnie's, staff does a little something extra, right? Pops up.
I do. I love that.
The
First of
nerdy
all, I love his
glasses.
fake Beats by Dre.
Yep.
I love the duct tape in the glasses.
Yep.
It's such a throwback to the '80s where that was like you were a nerd if you had a pocket protector and you
Yeah.
had tape around your glasses.
Yeah.
It's like he could fix anything except for his own frames. I love it.
So we talk about also like a robot, right? Like, does this look robotic to you? Like this motion? I mean, that looks kind of human to me, right? Like it's
Yeah,
kind of
a little
fluid
bit.
and stuff.
Can we
so-
talk about Will
He's
Arnett's
actually-
character real quick?
Yeah.
Can we talk
absolutely.
about the general weirdness of this entire cast for a minute?
Yeah,
Well,
it is
so
odd.
does Will Arnett? People said, "Oh, is this going to turn into Casey Jones at some point?" Like, what role does he serve? Right? I
No,
don't
so
know.
it's
Will
interesting,
Arnett
yeah.
plays what's his name? Mitch?
Vernon Fenwick.
Vernon Fenway, who, if you remember from the cartoon from the '80s, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he was April O'Neil's coworker, which sounds like a stupid role, but he was just like the ultimate office weasel, like this dude you don't want to work with, who is always he never believed anything she said. He was always stealing her scoops.
He's the
always
guy
just
who got her fired in the
got her
1990
fired.
movie.
Yeah.
He undermined everything. He was just a snake, just the worst guy. So
Yeah.
he's probably gonna. He's one of the. He's not gonna.
Well, I think
It's not gonna go well for him.
He's
That's-
her cameraman in this
That was
one. I think.
Times
Times
Square
Square
back
getting
there.
wrecked.
Yeah, totally destroyed. Which is awesome to think about. That there's going to be a fight scene in this movie where they just wreck Times Square is pretty rad.
So it's funny you said he's the ultimate weasel and snake, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end here, there's a really funny line poking fun, I think, kind of at the fans too,
Yeah.
where his character says, "So they're aliens?"
Yep.
And
Yep.
she says, "No, that's stupid. They're turtles, right?"
Exactly.
I'm sure they added that in later in production.
Well,
once
Yeah,
fan
of course, because,
service.
I mean, that rumor got out and
Yeah.
everybody lost their minds because, God forbid, these things have a different origin story than baby turtles in. There were those two. There was either baby turtles in the toilet got dumped on, with, or these high school teenagers touched ooze, which is like even worse. They're cursed forever. But obviously they're gonna pick one of those paths and not the third weird path, which is aliens.
Yeah.
And Whoopi Goldberg makes an appearse. They had no idea she was in the movie. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation about her character. I think it's I think it's gonna be Bebop. We'll see. We haven't seen Bebop. We haven't seen Bebop or Rock City. We have heard rumors that Baxter Stockman's in this movie, so I don't know. Maybe it's her. She does have glasses. I think it's just some fanfare. There's probably a lot of cameos in there.
If she's not, I say we start that.
Hashtag
Whoopi for Bebop. Okay, so the movie comes out August 8th. I know. You know what? It looks good enough.
Yeah,
I'll go see it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm glad we're just getting a live action Turtles again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This new trailer really got me a lot more Jones excited.
Cool. Hey guys, thanks a lot. And for more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coverage, keep it locked here. It's IGN.